Hello everyone and welcome to Review or Die's first top 10 video with me, RyzorGick. Today we'll be counting down my top 10 favourite anime series. As a bit of a disclaimer, just for the legal reasons, I do not own any of the clips I'm going to show you. Also, they will still obviously belong to their respective owners. There will be no audio from the anime. I'll probably put some music in this video, but yeah, so they'll show you a bit of a clip from each one. Also, I'm not definitely saying these are definitely the best anime in the world, this is just my personal opinion. Also, before we get into the list, there's a few I just want to show here somewhere that I'm a huge fan of, but I just don't feel like I could put it into the list. Mainly because they're so, I don't know, such a big anime now that I've been watching for years and I don't think I would be able to list them. So here's the quick list of anime which I do love, but are not going to be in this list. Right then, let's begin. So, at number 10, we have Welcome to the NHK. Welcome to the NHK revolves around the lives of several young adults all living in or around the city of Tokyo. Many different lifestyles are shown, though most of the time the story focuses on the concepts of being a hikikomori, anime otaku, and having most of the characters experience intense feelings of depression and loneliness. The main protagonist is Tatsuhiro Sato, a university dropout entering his 4th year of unemployment. He leads a reclusive life as a hikikomori, and for those of you who don't know what hikikomori is, it literally translates as pulling inward or being confined, in the sort of sense of acute social withdrawal. And this is an actual phenomenon that's happened in Japan, if you didn't know, and it refers to people, mainly adolescents or sometimes adults, who withdraw from social life to the point where they, it's like extreme degrees, and they have been sort of described as recluses, loners, or sort of modern day hermits. So they basically will not leave their apartments, or sometimes even just like one particular room, and for many different reasons, whether it's social phobias or maybe it's just they actually have got some sort of mental illness, but that's not here to discuss. Anyway, so that's what our main protagonist is dealing with. Anyway, he eventually, Tatsuhiro comes to the conclusion that this happened due to some sort of conspiracy. One day, just when his life seems entirely unchanging, he meets Misaki Nakahara, a mysterious girl who claims to be able to cure Tatsuhiro of his hikikomori ways. She presents him with a contract basically outlining that once a day they would meet in the evening in a local park where Misaki would lecture him in an effort to rid him of his lifestyle. Now, this may sound like a bit of a depressing anime, and to some degrees it is. I mean, it is played up with some comedy, which maybe takes away from the overall message, but if you manage to like look past the last and maybe think of it in a way that they're trying to, obviously they're pretending that there's nothing wrong with them, you can get into it a lot more. This series takes a few episodes to get into, but if you can get into it, the ending is definitely satisfying and open for your own like personal interpretations. It runs for 24 episodes in total and is available on one DVD box set. At number 9 we have Eden of the East. On Monday, November 22nd, 2010, 10 missiles strike Japan, but cause no casualties. This apparent terrorist act is referred to as Careless Monday, and is eventually forgotten by the populace. The series begins 3 months later when Saki, a senior at university, visits Washington DC as part of her graduation trip. When she gets into trouble, a mysterious young Japanese man appears completely naked except for a gun and a cell phone to rescue her. The man has lost his memory but learns that he has a bunch of fake passports at his apartment. He chooses the Japanese one, which names him Akira. While he and Saki return to Japan, they learn that the new missile has hit. Akira discovers that his phone carries 8.2 billion yen in digital money, and that he is part of a game where 12 individuals are given 10 billion yen to save Japan in some way. They are able to access a concierge named Juice who can fulfill their orders for a price. However, if the money uses it completely or for selfish purposes, the individual will be eliminated by the supporter, the anonymous 12th man of the group. He encounters various other players along the way, including a police detective, a hospital director, and a woman who is thought to be a serial killer. Throughout the series, we learn who is behind the Careless Monday missile attacks, Akira's role in these events, and the reason his memories were erased. This series, consisting of 11 episodes and 2 films, is a slow burner, but is one of the most unique anime out there, and definitely the most unique on this list. The series and both films are available on DVD and Blu-ray. Continuing with number 8, we have Mysterious Girlfriend X. Now, this is probably one of the strangest sounding anime, but bear with me here. The series follows the relationship of Akira and Makoto. Makoto is a transfer student who recently came to Akira's school. After a series of strange events which leads him to tasting her saliva, he finds himself addicted to it, becoming ill unless he gets more of it. Over the series, we see their relationship slowly progress, focusing on the odd bond that comes out of the drool attachment. Now, just like I'm sure many of you are thinking here, when I decided to watch this anime, I did wonder whether this was going to be some sort of freaky fetish anime slash hentai possible, and I was a bit weirded out about it. However, definitely give it a try. It's pretty much a romance story, I mean, despite how the plot may sound, because the weirdness levels never really get that high. I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't get into too much detail with this. However, the series runs for about 13 episodes in total, and it's available on DVD, so if this sounds like something that interests you, I give it a shot. It's definitely one of the better anime I've seen. Number 7, we have probably the most popular anime on this list. We have Attack on Titan. The story centers around the adventures of Eren, his adopted sister Mikasa, and their friend Armin. After the wall which protects their hometown is breached by Titans, Eren watches in horror as one of them eats his mother. Vowing to kill all Titans, Eren enlists in the military along with his friends. As the story progresses, we learn more about the Titans and what happened in the world before the story began. Twists along the way keep the story interesting, and the series is growing in popularity. The series is still ongoing, and there is currently 2 volumes available on DVD and Blu-ray. It's also available on Netflix at the minute. If you haven't heard of this anime already, and I'd be surprised if you hadn't, it's worth giving a shot. At number 6, we have High School of the Dead. As you may have gathered from the title, we are dealing with a zombie apocalypse. Yes, this idea has been done rather ironically to death by now, but it doesn't stop this anime being a bloody good one. The story follows a selection of students who are in their high school when the zombie outbreak begins, and we follow their journey of trying to stay alive and fighting against the undead and the living that have now shown their true colours. Don't expect anything too unique from this genre, but all in all it makes for a very satisfying viewing. All 12 episodes of High School of the Dead are available in a single box set on DVD and Blu-ray with a special edition including the OVA, Drifters of the Dead. This series is also currently available on Netflix. And due to a selection of recording issues with this video, it's going to be split into 2 parts. So if you enjoyed watching this, there'll be a part 2 with counting down 5 to 1, hopefully at some point very soon. If you can hear that in the background, that's my cat. Anyway, until next time guys, I hope you've learned about a new anime that maybe you'll want to try out. And if you do, let me know. Let me know whether you thought any of these were good, if none of them are good. Like I said, this is my own opinion, but, you know, feedback's great. So maybe list your own favourite top 10 anime at the bottom of this video. Either way, have a good one guys, and see you next time.